Okay, today is July 24th, 2018, and right now at 10 a.m. we have a temperature of 87 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is around 38%, and the dew point is up at 66 degrees, and the barometer is reading 29.98 inches. All right, so over the weekend we had very heavy chemtrail spraying as monsoonal moisture was attempting to deliver cooler temperatures. We have a huge area of high pressure right here, which has been spinning clockwise. We can see here in the water vapor map what's going on. This is spinning fairly vigorously clockwise, and that's high pressure that's been installed. And a lot of this monsoonal moisture is winding right into Arizona and trying to get into California. But as we can see on the Doppler map right here, there is no rain anywhere in Southern California. We see a little bit of rain here along the Nevada border near the Las Vegas area, Southern Nevada. We have some rain down near the Tucson area, it looks like, of Arizona. And quite a bit of rain out on the East Coast. All right, so getting back to the map, the Western U.S. water vapor loop, we can see that we have a area over Texas and New Mexico, which is being superheated. This is a area of moisture which has been superheated. We can see a tremendous shock wave, a blast pattern right there shooting out to the southwest, southwest, and that is preventing the lift. This operation here is disrupting the lift in this area of moisture, which would deliver precipitation to this area. So we were just looking at the Doppler. Let's go back and take a look at the northern Texas area. We can see that there's nothing. There's a little dot of green here, and then we have some green right here in the looks like Kansas area right there, but nothing right in this area where that superheating process is occurring. So if we go back again and look at this, we can see that an effort was made to disrupt any sort of thunderstorm activity right in this area. And look at that shock wave right there, that pressure wave or roll cloud. This is evidence of what's going on. So we've got the weather controllers superheating this area of moisture, and that is basically prevented the thunderstorm development. We can see the color change, the depth of the water vapor, the depth of the water vapor changes, the color change in both the IR and water vapor maps. Now right here we can see a total disintegration of the water vapor in that area. And we can also see that pressure wave right there moving to the southwest. Now notice we've got some cells moving clockwise into getting close to the California border. And yesterday we saw a lot of cumulonimbus development over the San Gabriel Mountains. None of those thunderheads developed into produced any precipitation. We saw the collapses of all those thunderheads. Every one of them was being targeted. And if you go into the playlist on this channel, you can see some great time-lapse examples taken by people around the country and around the world of these thunderheads that are being targeted and destroyed. The people that filming these thunderheads, I don't think really understand what they're looking at. One fellow actually calls it cumulonimbus disruptus or congestus or some name. They're giving names to all of these clouds now to try to validate what's going on. But basically what's happening is that the superheating process disrupts the lift and the convective process, and that stops any chances of precipitation. All right, so here in the infrared loop, we can see that we've got a giant cell over here over Baja California, Mexico, and also over Arizona. Looking again at the Doppler map, we can see that there is no precipitation over the Baja Peninsula. So this area here has been superheated. There should be precipitation in this area based on the maps, what we're seeing right here. That is a very large, deep area of moisture, but it looks like we're seeing the very beginnings of we see the pressure wave shooting out to the east right there. Let's take a look at that. So that area has been superheated. We can already see the color change. It goes from a deep red, and we start to see the fading of the red throughout the loop. So that has been targeted. We can see a blast pattern right there towards the end of the loop. At the very beginning, we see that pressure wave. This area here, this is the reason why there is no precipitation showing up over Baja California, because that has been targeted. Today we have clear skies. Yesterday we had very, very heavy chemtrail spraying off to the western horizon all day. Let's take a look at some of these other maps. We have the water vapor loop. We can see that this area is spinning clockwise. We have a low pressure system out here, which has been blocked. All this moisture that was streaming into California has been sprayed over. I think that the people in central and northern California are seeing a lot of chemtrail spraying as this moisture approaches. We have record hot temperatures in Arizona, California, and Nevada, up near 120 degrees in some areas. And what's happening is that the precipitation in this area is being prevented. So we should be having cooler, rainy conditions in a lot of areas as these pockets of moisture move in. That's not happening. Now, out here near the Hawaiian Islands, we can also see some activity, some nefarious activity. Right here, we see a blast pattern right there. This area of thunderstorms has been superheated. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Hawaii map. We can see right here, this area, here's the island chain right here. We can see this area disintegrating, and we see that icicle pattern all through here. So this has been superheated. This area right here, notice what's happening to that cell, and look at all these other cells. Some of these they're not focusing their attention on this one here because this is further away from the islands. We've got a prevailing wind pattern. Everything is sort of moving to the northeast, or rather the east-northeast. We can see the icicle pattern there and the color change. So this area here has been targeted. All right, so let's take a look here at the infrared map. We can see the same things happening. Got that icicle pattern all through here. All right, let's look at the pressure maps here for first of all, here's the jet stream map. Look at this. There's hardly any jet stream pattern today. We have some high-speed flow over Montana and the Dakotas, and that's about it, other than a low-pressure system right here over the Aleutian Islands. Go back to the big map here. Let's take a look at that. And we can see that low pressure over the Aleutian Islands in Alaska right here. So we've got some high-speed flow here, but everything has been completely wiped out. We've got this low pressure here, which has been squashed. We've got high pressure installed here to block that. And then we have these satellite transmitters superheating all these chances for thunderstorms in this area. All right, let's look at the pressure maps. We've got the surface analysis, or rather the sea level pressure map right here. We've got low pressure indicated right here, a little bit of a closed low right there, 1,006 millibar, right over the Arizona and California border. We've got a low indicated there. We've got a low indicated out here. And let's look at the next map, which is the 500 millibar. We see a closed low right here offshore of California. And we have a huge high pressure area. And we see the jaggy lines where the turbulent activity is being documented by these isobars. These squiggly lines indicate turbulent airflow, a mixture of high and low pressure mixed together. This is not natural. All these isobars should be smooth, flowing lines like we're seeing around this low pressure system up here near Alaska. Now at the 300 millibar level, we see the lows. We've got this. We've got a high parked right over the Southwest. That's generating the high temperatures. This is an installed high. That's going to block all this weather out here. We've got two low pressures here and one up here and two up here. And we're baking in very hot temperatures. It's going to be about 102 today. Yesterday it was 90 96, but the dew point is up at about 67 degrees, so it feels much hotter because there's more, we've got a very high dew point. There's a lot of moisture in the air. All right, so we've got cumulonimbus development, lift. We've got these weather systems are trying to lift and produce precipitation. All that is being stopped. And so take a look at the playlist and the collapse that you see after these thunderheads are targeted. That is the evidence that we need to spread around, and that proves that there is nefarious activity going on to prevent thunderstorm activity. So once again, here's the sea level pressure. We've got that low right over the Arizona and California border. And we have these areas here of high pressure. We've got this huge area of high pressure installed over the Southwest. That is blocking everything. So there it is. We'll leave it right here. And see that huge pressure wave right there. And this is why Texas and New Mexico are not having any precipitation, because the lift in the atmosphere has been disrupted by this activity right here. That is not allowing for the lift to naturally occur, and so we see a pressure wave as a result of the rapidly expanding heated water vapor right dead center there. That produces this circular pressure wave, which we can see moving not only to the southwest, but also basically down this way as well, the southeast. There it is. All right, that's it.